7:57 p.m. Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018, episode number 682 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth.
Aloha, Jonathan.
Hello, Seth.
This is Yeah Dude, America through the eyes of two American Americans, episode 682. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just going to go around. It's a sort of a round table. We're going to discuss some things, and we're going to see what's going on in our nation,
in this world of ours.
Well, I guess I'm kind of going over to a digital UK edition. I guess that's Glamour Magazine's their first digital issue. They had a wellness issue. They put Gwyneth Paltrow on the cover because Goop is her modern lifestyle brand, and she's about health and wellness. And so the magazine came to her, and they asked her, would you grace our cover? You are a natural beauty, a natch beauty. Tell us about health and wellness. It's 2018. And she said, the idea that wellness is for the rich is absolute bullshit. I said, I can get behind that. Because why should health and wellness, why should that be reserved only for the rich, such as her? So I liked what she said, but then I just dipped into the website for a moment.
The Goop website.
The Goop website.
What does Goop stand for? Or mean? Is it an acronym?
It's a G and P, maybe, and then a couple of O's for ooh. Ooh. They have a scented candle. Everything they're selling on the website is for health and wellness. It's all about your well-being. So this candle, I guess this is not for the rich. This is a $72 candle. Weird. Okay. It's just in Target, and I bought a tropical Hawaiian candle to remind me of my travels. It was $6. Okay. We originally named Winter was the name of this candle, which as we lived with it, it felt too specific season-wise. It's as sexy and evocative on a hot summer night as it is on a freezing cold winter one. So we've renamed it Church. We were thinking of the centuries-old floorboards in a mountain chapel somewhere in Yugoslavia.
What?
As we hit on several of the notes when we originally began creating the fragrance, so we hope that you like it. Because sometimes I'll do a meditation, 20 minutes in the morning, in the evening, and I'll just imagine a centuries-old church, Yugoslavian wooden church boards, and I hear the creak of the boards because I'm a fucking liar. Lie, creak, church, 72. It's a scent of cypress smoke, snow, and sensual quiet. This is a scent composed entirely of rare, all-natural elements imbued with the power to entrance, heal, and transform. The olfactory fingerprint of each individual plant, where it was grown and how it was grown, gives this perfume its character, its mystery, and its beauty. It is pure, alive, and most importantly, it's the real thing. And by real thing, I mean a lie. And by a lie, I mean I'm fucking stinking filthy rich. And it's just not for me. It's just not for me and my beautiful husband, Brad.
Everybody.
How come you broke up with Brad and then married a Brad? Think about it.
Okay, so that's inexpensive.
That's an expensive candle.
I mean, not...
But I told you what it does.
Yeah.
It heals and transforms.
So.
And that's okay.
It's cheap, really.
It's cheap. Do you want to heal and transform? Light it.
I don't think that's happening with your $6 Target
sure?
candle. I mean, it's definitely not imbued with healing factors. I guarantee whatever's in that $6 candle is not good for you.
But what it does, it takes me back.
That's all that matters. So long as the smell's
right. Close my
right.
eyes. I sit there.
Inhale the bad chemicals.
Close the windows. I don't care what's going out on Hobart and Maplewood. Shh. I'm away.
I'm back.
I'm in Poipu.
I'm back on Poipu.
Shh.
let me just jump into this real quick.
Okay.
This is a Pornhub Insights. The 25 sweat fetish related searches. That's sweat.
Wow.
Perspiration.
Okay. I thought they said never let them see you sweat. But on Pornhub, it's quite the opposite.
This is from 2014 to 2018. The
Okay.
top 25 sweat-related
This is 5 years
searches.
of clinical research.
Yeah, deep.
Of deep,
Heavy.
methodical
Yeah.
research of what we are into.
Coming in at the top, sort of the most broad and general, sweaty.
Done.
Just wanting that glisten.
SWEE. Oh, no.
Nope.
EA. No. TT. No. 1T. IE. No. What? Got it.
So that's maybe just,
That's what I want right now.
yeah, I just want a glistening.
Last 5 years, I want to glisten.
Glistening?
No.
Glistening.
Glistening. Glistening hard bodies.
G-L-I-
Okay. GHB. No, I don't want that.
Sweaty sex.
Okay.
Sweaty feet.
Well, we know about that. You guys love them feet.
Hot, sweaty sex.
All right. I like it. Getting more
Sweat. Just straight up.
not sweaty.
Just sweat. Sweaty, stinky feet worship.
Oh, motherfuckers, man.
Sweaty armpits.
Okay.
Sweaty girl.
Okay.
Sweaty socks.
Okay.
Licking sweaty feet.
Wow.
Sweaty armpit licking.
Wow.
Sweaty feet humiliation.
Yeah. Love to be humiliated.
Sweaty ass.
Hmm.
Sweaty feet worship.
Okay. I'm going to worship these sweaty feet. You going to get humiliated by them or get worship them?
Both.
Hold on. Can do both. I have 5 years of research here.
Sweaty milfs.
Yeah.
Sweaty lesbian sex. Sweatpants. Sweaty pants. Sweatpants.
Joggers.
Dripping sweat.
Wow.
Sweaty muscle.
Sweaty muscles. Yeah.
Sweaty face sitting.
Okay.
Lesbian sweaty feet.
Twisted.
Sweaty panties. Sweaty foot job.
Expecting you to say that a long time ago.
Which one?
Sweaty panties. Thought that was going to be.
Way up there.
Yeah, it's down to like.
Sweaty foot job. Sweaty sock worship.
Gotta worship it. Hold on. Are you being. No, I was humiliated last year. This year I worship.
And sweaty workout.
Sweaty workout. Sweaty muscle workout. Sweaty MILF muscle workout.
Worship.
Humiliate this worshipped sweaty muscle MILF workout. What? That's 25 through 30. It starts to combine all of them into.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
A mandala of search.
Yeah. Like Venn diagram of just.
Well, I mean, I guess
That's 5 years right there. What was number one?
sweaty.
Boom. Don't
Simple.
have any time for. I will get that in first, and then I'll thumbnail it and see where I
See
want to
where
go
wanna
with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just I want it as a broad.
Let me get into what I want, which is the sweat, because that's
and
my
then,
fetish.
then I can get
Then I will get into
a little bit more specific.
As I decide
but
tonight.
I'll do that
By
on
tonight,
my.
I
I'll
mean
do
in
that
the
on my
morning,
own.
and in the morning and in the afternoon as well. We're talking about films in our last episode. I want to hip you to 2 feature films being released in the coming months in the awards season. 2 films probably vying for Best Picture. One of them, it's named Roma. That is
Story of your life.
that's the story. I read online it was a semi-biographical film about Alfonso Cuarón's life growing up in Mexico City in the early 70s. That is not the case. This is more of a biopic, if you will, of my coming of age in the 80s in Haverhill, Massachusetts. So don't let Wikipedia fool you. That's December 14th on Netflix and in theaters. On November 10th, there's a sci-fi drama starring Ansel Elgort, handsome young Hollywood heartthrob.
I don't know who that is.
He is the lead in the film Baby Driver.
I don't know that film.
Okay. DJ Ansel Elgort. Do you know his musical? Do you know his DJ work? Okay. He is starring in a film called Jonathan. So you have two choices. We will judge by the box office how you feel about this show. When I look at Box Office Mojo in January and see which film did better, Roma or Jonathan. How are your weird movies named after us in theaters? Thank you.
It's about time.
It's a beautiful homage.
It's very good of them to,
I mean,
especially to get them
to
make it happen in the same time.
To make it happen at the same time in the multiplex for us? What's going to be better than you and I standing with a photograph of us just with the two films on, just looking up at the marquees? But me under Jonathan and you under Roma, just to twist it, and we're looking back over our shoulders at the camera. It's amazing.
It's great.
It's really
it's a
crazy.
Wonderful time.
It's a wonderful time to be alive and in starring in your own films. You know, I don't listen. I got this. I mean, I got it. I opened up the mailbox. You get things. What is it? What is it though? You know, what is it?
The blood donor recognition event.
Oh, what? Oh, wow.
CHLA, that's Children's Hospital Los Angeles, is rolling out the red carpet.
Wow.
It's a river of blood.
Yeah, why is it? Couldn't do anything
rolling
else?
out the red carpet to thank our dedicated blood and platelet donors for rolling up their sleeves.
It's really not what I do it for,
yes,
but
it is.
Guess.
Saturday, November 3rd, 4 through 7 p.m.
Guess.
You'll be speaking at this?
I guess I'm a keynote speaker. I mean, that's not why I do it.
Parking validation will be provided.
Don't need it, really. But listen to me.
Biz Cash attire.
I'll probably wear an Aloha shirt, so it's fine.
There will be light hors d'oeuvres. You won't eat any of those.
Canapé.
RSVP by October 22nd. Hope you already have.
You know what I did? I called them up and I said, guys,
I'm gonna
thank you. First of all. But no thank you.
I'm going to forego being nominated.
Listen, I know you want me to keynote speak, but it's not why I do it. Okay?
All right.
All right? Okay, it's a night for heroes. I get it. But let's just, let's honor some of the other people. That's not what I'm about. But thank you. Thank you for your red carpet. Don't they do other color carpets? It really would,
Blood red carpet.
Blood red carpet. And each carpet is for a different blood type. So you walk down. Each one is designated. Let me pause up on this carpet. Paparazzo snapping, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, for an event such as this.
This caliber.
It's, I love it. Thank you. But
beautiful. But
that, just sending me that in the mail, that's recognition enough. Keynote speaking, thank you. But not why. You
think your boy will be there? Is he still around? The guy you found out is like the #1 dude. He's been there forever. What's his name?
I should maybe go just to peep on him.
Just to see what is it.
How old is this guy?
Health is wavering.
Your health, and that cane does what? Keeps you up?
How long do I have to keep this up for before I can?
Interesting. So that cane keeps you up. Okay.
Having to type in a passcode to unlock your smartphone is worse than having the device recognize your face or fingerprint, with one exception. That's if somebody with a badge directs you to unlock your device with one of those biometric identifiers. The courts have held that while law enforcement officials cannot force you to enter a passcode, they can demand that you show your face or touch a fingertip. In one recent case, a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent unlocked an iPhone X by holding it up to the suspect's face, asking him to look at it.
Look at it.
Revealing evidence of child pornography on the phone.
That's great. I love that takedown. I guess they'll grab your fucking head, just yank it up and just
get in there.
What's your password? I don't have to tell you. Well, what's your face?
What's
I
your
have
face
it right
word?
here. What's your face look like? What's that mouth do? Right there. Fuck.
I guess they could do that.
They could do that. Oh, I need your fingerprint? Give me your fucking hand. What are you going to do? You're fucking handcuffed. No. Yeah,
This is a violation of my rights.
Oh, you stop it. They got it. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
A lot of things where technology and the law, a lot of things coming together. Precedents need to be set for a lot of these things. The EFF, the ACLU. People need to come together. We need to decide what is just and what is right. I'm trying to keep my head down, and they're grabbing my fucking head and pulling it up. No, can't fight that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right.
So
keep your older phones that don't have face
do what
recognition.
your dog did. Go flip phone. So sorry. My face ain't going to do you no good here on this jitterbug.
There's no messages on it.
Jitterbug Nation. Ain't nothing to find.
Yeah, I can't even get text on this.
Ain't nothing to find. You don't know what I'm dialing. Beep, bop, beep, boop, boop. But they could probably tell, which numbers. They'll gauge on the jitterbug. There's probably a degradation in the bounce back of the number, so they know which numbers were pressed the most. And by that, they can retroactively cross-reference it and dial it back and re-engineer it and be like, it's a 213. We can tell because the 2, the 1, and the 3, they're degraded, if you see, on the jitterbug.
Feel it.
I can feel it. See how they're like, yep.
A little less springy.
Less springy. So we know it's a 213. What do we got now? I don't know. It's best to just try to just be a good person and not commit crimes.
But
He says.
they still seem to fuck over a lot of people that don't do anything.
Who does? The law.
The cops.
One time.
One
5-0.
time. Yeah, I mean, it seems like people get, wrongfully jailed, wrongfully accused. They get caught up.
Caught slipping.
They get shot for no good reason. I mean, I agree that the best way is to maybe keep your head low, as it were, but that doesn't guarantee you that you're not going to get caught up or be mistreated by them. It seems like.
Oh, that's true. But I guess in a technological.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Just. Yeah, certainly cover your tracks if you're not if you are up to no good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got to. I mean, I'd change your burner every day.
A daily
burner
change.
No doubt. 2 a day, really. It's my morning burner, my evening burner. 2 p.m. every day. Boom, incinerate
Take my
this.
meds,
Boom.
incinerate my burner.
Take my meds, incin the burn. Burn the incin. It's tough out there.
Yeah.
It's tough. It was tough when I was watching The Connors. I mentioned to you that I dipped
she
in.
dies?
Yeah, dog.
How?
Well,
from her pills? Because remember she had a bit of a pill problem.
She had a bit of a problem.
Does she OD?
Well, Aunt Jackie, she calls Dan out. Dan, can I talk to you? Dan's like, yeah, what's going on? Dan, can I talk to you for a minute? I just got a call from a friend in the coroner's office. The autopsy found that it wasn't a heart attack. Roseanne OD'd on opioids. Dan says, not possible. Dan, Jonathan will tell you, fucking entirely possible. Because she had pills everywhere. Open up that Breyers that's been in the freezer for 6 months. It's got freezer burn. I want the Breyers. Well, there ain't no Breyers in there, Dan. Yeah. So that's how they turned it out. Fucking episode 1 twisted it. It got heavy.
How are they pulling?
Roseanne OD'd on opioids.
How are they doing this? How are they doing this to us?
Jonathan, Roseanne Connor.
What were the ratings? Like so good?
For this first
For the new one.
They're
pretty
good. Good.
Yeah.
But you don't want to watch no show without Roseanne, right? That's why people love that shit.
I don't
Didn't
know.
they love it because of Roseanne?
I don't know.
Jonathan, she OD'd on opioids.
Opioids.
I mean, that's heavy shit.
That's heavy shit.
I'm just trying to watch. Jonathan,
But dog,
I got enough going on.
We had a heavy stuff in the first few episodes. They're talking about, Muslims and gays and all sorts of weird fucking.
Jonathan, man. I want to get away, No. I want to just
That
fucking.
show's hard hitting.
Big Bang Theory.
like-
I just want to get away from it all with Sheldon.
Viceland.
Like, yeah, Sheldon's on fucking pills. Do you hear? That's how they're closing out this season. Sheldon's been on pills for 10 years, man.
You didn't know?
Been dealing ice.
Sheldon's an ice dealer.
Sheldon moved to Oahu and the dog. The bounty hunter? Yeah, he found Sheldon. It's a crossover. Big Dog Theory.
It's
crazy.
another spinoff.
It's a crazy show called Big Dog Theory.
So what?
So that got real.
I mean,
Dan, I need to talk
they
to you,
probably couldn't possibly walk away from the money potential, right?
Too much money.
They had to try to parlay it into something.
No matter what happened.
But you think that whatever legs this thing has won't be.
Who knows? The show was called Roseanne, I think. It's just a weird thing.
Oh, it's beyond a
You know.
weird thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that those people want to be in. Again, though, I mean, you can't. Like, how do you say no to the money? I mean, it's
don't.
like that. You can't say like, I don't want to do this. Plus, you also have the responsibility. If let's say you're maybe John Goodman, who like could probably leave and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna still work. I'll still go do Coen Brothers movies until I die, and like I still have an awesome life.
What about Becky? She
And then
can't
you look
work.
over at Becky, and Becky's like, well, if you leave with her gone, there's
Like,
no way.
You
And
think I could ever work? You've seen me act.
You're like, I have to do this.
Yeah, you've seen Becky act. It's really bad.
Don't leave, John. Please,
Yeah.
John, don't leave.
I mean, everyone else is fine. Gilbert fucking laced. I mean, married, family.
She's there though. She obviously wants to be up in
It's
it.
because of Becky.
It's
Because Becky can't act.
Everyone's there because of Becky.
Like, they feel so bad for this
DJ.
girl. You never learned to act. You're on the show for all these years. You never picked up any acting talent? No. No. No.
No. Is DJ in the show?
DJ's in the show. He barely can get through his scenes, but it's really her.
But DJ has a kid,
DJ has a child.
and that kid's in the show still?
The child's in the show. It's one of those things they haven't really dipped into those secondary plots. Roseanne OD'd on opioids.
I mean, there's other things to deal with, clearly. There's other...
Yes. First, we got to tell Dan the truth.
Not possible.
And then it turns out Mary Steenburgen, she's the one that gave her the pills.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's the Connors.
It's the Connors. It's a
on FX.
It's a fucking comedy show on network television. Wow, I guess things turn dark in America. Like, yeah, really dark. TNT, I'm talking about TV. They have ordered 10 episodes of MD Live, billed as the first live nonfiction series that taps into the worldwide phenomenon of medical crowdsourcing. The 2-hour weekly multi-platinum series will feature patients battling everything from life-threatening diseases to unusual ailments that are undiagnosed, misdiagnosed, or uncured. And then a recurring panel of accredited doctors will discuss potential diagnoses before throwing live to the crowd for additional feedback, solutions, and support. Through 24/7 online experience and interactive components, including live second-screen experiences, audiences can share their thoughts on what's happening in the show in real time. Viewers will be able to submit their own cases to be considered for the show. MD Live will tap into the cultural zeitgeist of crowdsourced care to create a relevant, current, and provocative series, says Jennifer O'Connell, Lionsgate EVP and head of worldwide alternative programming. The interactive elements allowing viewers to engage with some of the world's top medical professionals take this show beyond observation to inspire action. It's amazing.
I had that.
I'm going to call him and tell him what it is. Who's your doctor? It's this guy. He lives in Oklahoma, and he called, and he's right. We have the same thing. We're brothers in arms now. I live with him.
We moved in together.
We moved in together to battle our
seeking
to
treatment.
seek treatment for our unspecified. He's your doctor? Yeah, man. He's a retired custodian from the Oklahoma public school system.
But
he diagnosed
but
me.
he was
He's-
right.
He's my doctor.
He's now my doctor.
He's not my doctor.
That's
the shit.
Sounds
That's
wild.
That's another sign of how fucking bad things have got. That like, we should be in a place where you could just like go to a doctor, but now
Get
because
fixed.
you can't, now we have to make TV shows and have fucking people call in and tell you. Like, so it'd be just a bunch of people on WebMD all calling in with like, you have cancer. Yeah, I already know. I already figured that out.
well, but there's so it's kind of like also like got like a bit of a, like a
I mean,
like the thing about what was the house? It's got like a house vibe because
got
it's
a
gonna be
house
like
vibe.
cutting edge
Yeah,
doctors
like-
who are like
wait a
alternative treatment.
wait a minute. That's not cancer.
That's banter.
That's Banser. It's new. Take an antihistamine. Call me tomorrow. Text me tomorrow. We'll run next week. Yeah. It will be like House. It will be The Resident. It will be New Amsterdam. It will be fucking
Throw
ER,
out the
Clooney.
books.
You need to get a new haircut. Get a Clooney. First of all, you got Banser. Get a Clooney.
Don't get a Clooney, get a Blooney.
Wait a minute. You thought you had cancer? You have Banser. Don't get a Clooney. Get a Booney. Do you feel better? Take 2. Call me in the morning. But don't. We're on next week. What do you have? I want to have something. Like,
Yeah.
we all have something. No one can diagnose shit. It's going to be good. People are going to be chiming in real time. I
Oh.
know what you got.
Be like, you don't know shit, doc.
You don't know shit, doctor. My aunt has that.
You can't believe you should be on this show.
It's Dancer. What? Fuck, man. This show's crazy.
He has inoperable brain dancer.
He's got an operable brain dancer. I'm sorry. On November 1st, PD Cam comes back. That's with my boy Styx, and that was a show they incorporate some of the body camera worn by officers, and it's real fast paced, and they pack into a half an hour some heavy duty action.
But
That's
they
on
they
A&E,
edit that
that's
down.
another- yeah, but they
it's
edit down.
hot.
So it's hot. It comes at you hot. Now, we try to gauge this year how long people could leave up Christmas decorations. Now that it's Halloween, what's the earliest we can watch a live PD on a weekend and see a Christmas decoration go up now? Now that we've twisted back over the calendar, could we see Christmas decorations up this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. But how would you tell the
Interesting.
difference?
I'm talking about full like green and red,
like full
sleigh,
on,
yeah,
not just like random, like
Something
little.
yeah, I mean, like they are.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean,
Say
certainly.
pre-Halloween.
I mean, post just after Halloween, but
Okay.
maybe leading up to it.
Okay.
It's
So-
weird though. That's weird.
So this would be the last. These Friday and Saturday, these live PDs. would
Definitely
be the
pre-Thanksgiving and all that shit.
you say in November.
Like
we'll
day
get-
after November 1st.
Okay, so in November live PDs, pre-Thanksgiving, we'll have some Christmas
I don't
decorations.
think
up.
so.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
For generations, it was known as the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. However, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announced it was formally switching the name of the world-famous choir to the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square, as part of a rebranding effort by the Utah-based church to eliminate the name Mormon as a general reference and to instead only call the faith by its formal name. It's one of the most high-profile name changes since the church's president, Russell M. Nelson, announced in August that only the full name, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, be used. Nelson said in a talk that the, quote, name of the church is not negotiable, and that it being called the Mormon Church was, quote, an error that crept in over the ages. We know it's going to be a challenge to undo tradition of more than 100 years, Nelson said. The Lord has told us what his church shall be called. Utah Salt Lake City, the president, of the Mormon Church has reiterated that he wants everyone to use the faith's full name, saying nicknames are a major victory for Satan.
One more time.
Nicknames, and I think this is in reference to
Jah.
the church,
Oh.
that using nicknames for the church are a major victory for Satan.
Definitely. That's how he wins.
Trying
Every time
to get away from that old Mormon name.
Every time you say that, that's a victory for him.
Not him.
Exactly.
The other him.
Lowercase h.
Lowercase h.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're trying to maybe got a little bit of a bad rap over the last few years there.
Over the last, yeah, I guess they're gonna, yeah. I mean, we're still gonna call them like whatever we want, right? Or is that rude?
Well, I mean, we're certainly in an era of that we're supposed to not do that.
Okay.
We're supposed to respect everyone and call them what they ask
they
to be,
want.
what they require, what they request being called.
Okay.
But I mean,
It's a big ask.
I didn't. I have
like
to.
to
I think. I mean,
shorten-
I mean, this is probably indicative of the reason that they would like to do this. I always thought Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints was was an offshoot of the Mormon Church. I didn't realize it is the Mormon Church. So I'm actually ignorant as to that. I always thought it was like a
Fringe group.
Not even fringe, but just a
Okay.
a type of Mormonism
Presbyterian.
or whatever. So I guess that's what they're trying to make.
But they
make
do understand,
clear.
like, I mean,
they got some crazy ideas.
we're trying to shrink stuff down. You know, that's sort of with technology, with sort of everything. It's we usually make it shorter. We don't make things longer. You know.
Well, yeah, maybe
Like-
they could just.
Just to say every time you want to say Mormon to have to say 15 words, it might be a bit much to ask, I think. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it's over in Salt Lake City, and it's got some people. How about Mormon? No. Victory. Lucifer. Big Time Vic. Yeah.
Big time,
Yeah.
big W for
Huge
the old
Mega Millions
Lucy.
jackpot for the old Luce every time you say that. So say 15 words instead.
Yeah, you gotta
Because that's
call
where we're
them, like-
going in with, with technology. We're trying
Couldn't we
to
call them latter days? Isn't that something? Isn't that accepted?
LDs. Can we say
LDSs?
LDSs.
Latter-day Saints?
That's a victory, man. Sorry. Which man?
Which
Big
bad man or
bad man
big
or good man?
Which one?
Big
Upstairs
man?
or downstairs?
The big man? Oh, you mean like Clarence? You mean the big man? Okay. Well, just keep that in mind.
But this is all just because they're trying to get away from the fact that there's like walled sex cults and shit like happening, right? Is that why they're rebranding?
Sure. I mean, you can't.
Isn't
really,
that why?
Yeah, it's not like taking Dunkin' Donuts into Dunkin'. You can't really just, I don't know, but you gotta respect it. So you gotta call them what they want. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Say it.
Say it. I got Pope Francis. He's Catholic. I don't know if they want to change anything. They might want to rebrand.
Yeah. You might want to think about a little retooling.
You might want to retool.
That's what he's trying to do, but he's got a lot to deal with right
Well,
now.
the pontiff departed from his prepared text, the homily in St. Peter's Square. He had some comments about abortion. Basically, he compared getting an abortion to, quote, hiring a hitman to solve a problem. Whoa. So those are strong words. Is it fair to hire a hitman to solve a problem? Wow. No, but that's.
But you guys do that.
Well, yeah,
They do that.
Yeah, you've been doing that
For a
hitman
while.
called attorneys, and then you but you're going to see a lot of signs at some clinics of some pictures of some Goombas.
Yeah.
With an old time Tommy gun. Dead baby and a Tommy gun. This is what you do. Hiring a hitman. All right, man. That's okay. All right. Yeah. Gotta call my.
a lot of
you gonna call your
stuff.
doctor. I'm calling a hitman. Yeah, he's Barry. You ever see Barry on HBO? He's a hitman. I'll call him up and
It just seems like everyone's just really just
strong statements.
making a lot of strong statements.
Long, strong
That's
statements.
Maybe seems to be the trend.
That's the thing right now. Bold moves and strong statements. You know what? I want to be called this now.
Call me this from now on.
And you know what? When
and if
you
you
do
don't
that,
call me that,
when
tell you
do-
what I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
do.
that. I'll tell you the big man. Again, can't get. Wow, that's some strong words though. She hired a hitman to kill her baby. What? And what do you mean? I don't
An
understand.
assassin?
Wait a second. She hired an assassin to murder her baby? Yeah, that's what the pontiff said. It was crazy. I mean, this guy. It was the professional. Yep. Cost $110,000. He's a professional hitman, assassin. Wow. A ninja? No.
Not quite.
Not exactly. Doctor. Just want to let you know, we touched upon our battle, Saints Cowboys, November 29th. One of us will be at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta on Sunday, February 3rd, 2019 for Super Bowl 53. Don't know right now who it is. Probably the winner of that game on the 29th will decide which one of us will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. But the city has extended hours for alcohol sales for the several days around that Super Bowl until 4 a.m. They're going to call it Pour Until 4. So, again, does neither one of us any good, but good for everyone else to know. You know, when they run into you or me, they will be able to say hello. Good to see you in the day. I'm sure you'll be asleep, but I will be drinking until 4. It's called Pour Until 4, so enjoy myself. One might think, why don't you just kind of do that all the time? Do you really need the big game? Do you really need the big game?
What towns stay open until 4? New York, New Orleans, and what else? That's it?
I don't know.
Right?
It seems that would be, I don't know what the consensus is on that. I mean, if you're up until 2, you might as well stay up till 4. If you're outside, I assume. I like to be up at 2, but I like to be inside. And then if I'm up at 2, I like to stay up till 4, but it's different because I'm indoors. But that's just a heads up for Atlanta, Georgia for Sunday,
gonna be
February
fun.
3rd. It will be fun. It's going to be a good environment for me to be at, and I'll let you know when
It's
I'm
going to
there.
be a really healthy environment for you.
Well, I'll let you know when I'm there. You trying to find that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me read something. Did you know that according to the FBI that the most stolen vehicle in the United States last year, 45,062 vehicles taken, was the Honda Accord?
Always is.
Always is. That's a good ride.
Always is.
That's a dependable ride.
I guess it's a dependable ride and an easy one to...
If it's the most stolen, it has to be the best car. Correct?
No. Just the easiest to steal, and probably the other thing is that it's so common that it's easy to get and not be seen.
And
right?
the best.
And the best.
And the coolest.
Alaska's 5 a.m.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Fuck it.
Delaware's 1 a.m. Wonk.
Good night. 1 a.m. We just got here.
Louisiana's none. It's so fresh.
Okay.
They close at like 5 to like clean up vomit and death,
we gotta,
and then like
skip
start
that
again.
Stink up. The Rougarou is going to come in, clear the street out. That's incredible. I guess that's right because you can.
Nebraska,
you can walk
1
around.
a.m. Ouch. Nevada, none.
Okay.
Duh, I forgot about that, of course.
Yeah, 1 a.m.'s tough because you roll into a place that, you get there at 10 minutes to 1, meet up with some people.
Oregon
go,
is
get out.
2:30. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's really about
3 a.m. in Tennessee.
Vegas and New Orleans is where it's all of Louisiana or just New Orleans?
All of Louisiana.
Okay.
In New York City, Buffalo, Albany.
York City?
In New York is 2 a.m., but in New York City, Buffalo, Albany, and Saratoga Springs, bars stay open until 4. So that's it. You got Nevada, New York, and Louisiana, and Alaska, but like that doesn't count.
Cat.
USA Today Snapshots.
I guess we got to get you, the Saints, we'd have to get you from Georgia, and then after the game, we'll just have to get you down
For the parade.
to the quarter.
Yeah, I'll take the train.
So you could take a train down there. That's probably pretty close, right? Georgia, I don't know
It'll be fine.
anything else. You'll be all
I'll
right.
figure it out.
Figure it out. Get you and your dad down there, of course. Celebrate that.
Dropped acid last time I was in Atlanta. Maybe drop acid at the Super Bowl.
Probably best thing to do at the Super Bowl would be to drop acid in the first quarter, then see how the game is. How was the game? It was fucking crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I saw it. Went it over. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was.
Took a train down to New Orleans.
It was fucking crazy. Yeah, that would really twist it out.
Wouldn't that be wild?
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What if you took 2 hits?
Drop tab. 2 tabs.
I took 2 tabs
in the first quarter.
1 minute into the game. It was one of the craziest games I've ever seen.
USA Today Snapshots. 1 in 4 child identity theft victims. Child identity theft victims are still dealing with issues more than 10 years after the fact.
Of course. That's like a life sentence. Oh,
Just
man.
use your shit forever.
Ever. Oh, what a bummer.
I had my identity stolen when I was a child. Now I'm in my 30s.
Look at me.
Look at me now.
I have nothing.
Still have nothing. I had nothing then because I was a child.
I
now
had
I have
more
nothing.
then because I needed less. Now when I need so much more, I have so little. Yeah, it would really it would stunt you. You'd remain a child forever.
Just a giant man
You'd
child.
be a man-child. Maybe that's the deal. Ooh, Will Ferrell is funny. You'd just be like, when's the next Will Ferrell movie come out? Oh, no, that's everybody. So maybe that's it. Maybe there was a generation of people who had their identity stolen. Is there a new Will Ferrell movie to see? What happened? Why are you in this movie theater? You're 36 years old. Why are you in this movie theater watching a Will Ferrell movie? Well, when I was 8, my identity was stolen. And what we learned later is that there's a generation of people, and they stopped. It just stopped.
Cut it out.
It cut it out.
Right there.
It's tough. It's tough. What do you got there?
I got
just one. I moved so much stuff around. That's why
I saw you frantically looking around for something.
I have a million things. I feel like I brought them into another room or something. I don't know why. Why would I take?
Maybe your cat stole them.
He's just reading over, making sure they're funny.
He's like, this isn't funny.
He pushes out his left paw to the no pile, and then a yes pile, and then a maybe pile.
It didn't take Sean
You
Miller.
read that. I'm just gonna
It didn't take Sean Miller long after moving from Vermont to San Francisco to understand the scope of a stinky problem plaguing the city. Poop on public sidewalks. Dodging human and sometimes animal excrement on walkways became a normal part of the 24-year-old's life in his south of Market neighborhood. Quote, pretty much everyone who lives here is pretty well accustomed to seeing this stuff when you're walking down the street in every neighborhood. It's very frustrating. You should be able to pull out your phone, take a photo, and send it to the city and have it cleaned up. And that was the idea for Snapcrap. It was born from this notion. This free app, which launched last week for iOS users, allows people to take photographs of feces on sidewalks and streets. You can deliver an alert to the city's public works department. The app uses cell phone GPS to track the specific location of the mess and creates a ticket so that users can keep tabs on their fecal complaints. Prepared messages that can be sent to the city along with the photo range from succinct to humorous. Help, I can't hold my breath much longer, one note reads. Similar in name to Snapchat, which allows users to take photos and videos and share them with specific friends, Snapcrap's display plays off the visuals of the popular social media application. The icon has a yellow background with a white poop emoji.
That's crazy.
Well, it's crazy that the craziest, richest city in the world is filled with human feces. The fact that it's more common to come across human feces than it is animal feces, you're like, well, something's going on here.
Wow.
But I mean, that city's crazy. I mean, it's the amount of people on the streets doing drugs on the streets, living on the streets. It's intense.
I think they gotta be a way to.
To what?
To
what?
I don't want to say fix it, but help alleviate
The shit.
Yeah.
What? How?
Break into rich people's houses, punch them in the face, and take a little bit of their money that they'll never notice because they're so rich, and then maybe I don't know.
Well, okay, but who does that? The crackheads?
No, a new coalition of people that are
The new coalition.
the new coalition.
But what about just putting a lot of many more public bathrooms? Does that not work?
That could work.
Because I don't think anyone wants to just take a shit on the street, given the option. I think it's a compromised enough position to be in that I think instinctually.
This guy's real clever though. He came up with that. He was I got it.
Yeah. Well.
Shitter. Get it?
Like Twitter?
No? Okay.
Schwitter.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Face poop.
Face poop. No? Wait a minute. Okay. And then snap. No. Yeah, you really got it. But that's, I guess, would be, that's something, you know?
Turdstagram.
Turdstagram would, because that would really, that could twist your morning out on the way to doing anything. You just go boom right into that. Oh shit, that changed everything.
I mean,
that changed my whole day. Ooh.
Walking by
No,
human
I'm talking
feces.
right in.
Walking
Boom, changed
into
my
human
day.
feces
No,
is
no,
like,
not into it. Change my day.
I mean, day.
Oh, no.
You talk about that for a week.
Yeah, well, that could be. Yeah, you're talking about that forever. You tell your grandkids on your deathbed. I'll
Like,
never
I
believe
stepped in
one
human
time.
shit once.
One time, there was a city called San Francisco.
Slid on human
before it
shit.
fell into the ocean, and your grandpapa was walking to his meeting on a date.
He's going to an AA meeting.
He was going
Going to his morning AA meeting.
He was picking up the Entenmann's for his morning meeting, and you'll never believe
Slid on human
when Grandpa
shit.
stepped in.
He's eating a barbecue
But
tempeh
then a light bulb
burrito.
went off. And your grandpa created an idea.
Yeah. Fucking, that city's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass place, man.
So close to us.
Everything's
So
so
very
close,
different.
right? Hyperloop, everything's so close, huh, Elon? Look at me. We're all so close.
Yeah, he hasn't really. What's
says
he been
December,
up to lately?
December, it drops.
December what drops? What happens in December?
The loop, baby.
I'd get on that loop on
Fuck
December.
yeah, public gets in. Bought a house in Hawthorne, saw a picture of it in the paper. There's a little rinky-dink garage. Like, if you go into the garage, it's like a magical mystery fucking tour where you...
It's like a fake thing.
Yeah. You drop underground, like in a garage in Hawthorne. Like, what? Yeah. Someone's been fucking hitting those whippets non-stop. Yeah. He's got tanks of fucking nitrous all up in his house. Look at me. Look what I came up with. Look at this little fucking ranch house in Hawthorne. Go into the garage. Why, is there an old, like, Gran Torino in there? Maybe. Like, boom, you're underground, a Hyperloop. I'm in San Francisco rolling in shit an hour later. Wow. Awesome.
In Williamstown, Kentucky. Sad news.
What happened?
A medieval knight reenactor
Well, that's very sad.
has impaled himself with his lance during a performance and died.
Oh, that's not funny.
It's sort of funny. I mean, it's sort of funny. It's sad.
It's awful.
It's awful.
He
Awfully funny. 54
terribly amusing.
Tragically amusing.
What happened?
53-year-old Peter Barclay of Virginia was competing in an equestrian game in Williamstown, Kentucky when he was wounded. Barclay's brother and the president of the event holder, Society for Creative Anachronism,
Okay.
John Fulton, says that Barclay was trying to spear a paper plate, which I don't believe existed in medieval
Not
times.
quite sure they had that. Plates, I'm sure, were very heavy.
Yeah, and not paper.
Not paper. More, I mean,
Lead?
or
Lead plates, I think.
swan feathers or something. I don't know, but not paper. But whatevs. You got to roll.
They wipe
with
their
it.
ass with swan feathers.
You got to roll with it.
Plates were made of lead.
Plates were made with heavy lead.
So John Fulton says that Barclay was trying to spear a paper plate on the ground. Fulton says in a Facebook post that the metal-tipped lance hit the ground, flipped, stabbing Barclay in the chest. He says that Barclay, who performed under the name Master Terraphan Grey Dragon,
I bid you adieu.
died while being flown to the hospital
Oh, man.
by a dragon.
Oh,
The Society for Creative Anachronism, an organization dedicated to researching and recreating
Yeah.
the arts and skills of pre-17th century
I'm
Europe.
sure they do. Dilly dilly. Don't they enjoy themselves?
It sucks.
Alas, Master Telephone Grey. What is it? It's just bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. Oh, fair maiden, fair maiden. I believe the joust has hurt thine father. Fair maiden, I bid you adieu. You're dying. Like, get right back to now and get
talk
real.
normal.
Talk normal. We need to fucking rush you to a hospital. Get thee thy dragon fire breathing. CSE in the house of Templeton. Stop it. You're dying. You've got to get to now. I can't.
Gotta get to now.
I can't. For alas, this is what I've chosen.
It's
The mead. One last sip of mead before I go on yonder to the fucking emergency room, Doug. Doug. No, please. Oh, please. People
It's,
do it. People do it, and they do it right, and they go for it. You know? Accidents happen.
Paper plate's a little odd.
Paper plate is odd. I shall joust this styrofoam cup from the last where it came. I mean, that guy, the fact that he was being rushed to a place because he knew something was wrong, and the only thing he's thinking is, I cannot believe I'm not going to see the ending of Game of Thrones, had him like, knowing like, I'm not going to make it, and I'm not going to see the final season of Game of Thrones. This is unbearable.
Probably.
But what are you going to do?
Well,
I'm sure it happens.
The show
there's
is
been some
obviously dedicated to Master
Grey
Dragon.
And his brother, Sir Lancelot. Who the fuck? I'm sure that happens at like Civil War things too. There's been accidents fucking naturally happen.
Bayonet.
Musket
Kind of.
fucking.
Yeah.
Give me one last shot and let me pen a letter to my betrothed. Doug! Stop it! On these Virginia grasses, I shall lay my blood. Damn you, Northern aggression! Doug!
Get in the Previa.
Doug, get in the Prius. We gotta get you there. No, for I shall lay this body here.
Can I ask you something? There's something lately. It's always bugged me, but lately, it's L.A. has. I don't know. We drive here more. We all have cars here, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I see a lot of people dressed in a certain type of garb.
What is that?
Let's just say like somebody who's kind of like 60s hippied out, or somebody who's like super 50s rockabilly out, or
Very specific in
their thing.
All right, I like it.
And then you see them crossing the street coming out of a restaurant or whatever, and then they get into a vehicle that is like completely and utterly
not
that. And I was like trying to think about like if
you want them to keep it going. If you're going to go
if you're going to go that far, but also if you're not going to have something that's like period appropriate, that it should at least be maybe attitude appropriate, and that these are like wildly out of keeping.
All right.
Like to a point to where it looks absurd.
I mean, you look stupid crossing
like,
the street.
You look dumb on your
Anyway.
own, because like that hat is like, I mean, it's punishable. It's punishable.
Yeah.
It should be a crime. However, at the point that you walk over to your like fucking like your Chevy Aveo or whatever, and I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, how do you feel good about this?
Took a lot of time and effort here.
And it just is eradicated.
You want the
So
full.
I was thinking, and I was like, okay, obviously not everyone can drive around in a fucking vintage car. Like, form over function over form, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, at least get into like an old Bronco or just not like something so like basic, like a Honda Fit. Like that is...
Yeah, you can't get
you look crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Rockabilly Man.
Yeah, like, dude, you can't drive that.
Yeah, not with that pompadour, Mr. Rockabilly Man. That's a Scion. What? It's cool.
And
All right,
women
I like
too.
that.
Like women in their like crazy vintage, like done to the nines, like whoa, like, you know, super like bonneted and or whatever,
Okay.
and then they just like get into something that you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it makes it look like a costume, which I guess in a way it already is. And this city is probably it's the
costume
most
dressing?
costume
What's
here,
costume dressing?
where it really
Per
feels
capita.
like you see people and they look a certain way, and then like you watch them go off into their lives, and you realize that it's like, oh, this is literally like,
I know what you mean.
only so deep. Where
Yeah,
I think
gotta-
in other
gotta
cities
complete
you
it.
kind of have to like, you know, you kind of have to walk the walk maybe a little bit more. Not to say that there aren't fucking posers and shit
I'm with you.
everywhere.
It just looks
but
better
maybe
to-
here you get away with like playing dress up. And I don't know if that's because it's Hollywood and like Hollywood is playing dress up.
No, but you got to complete it.
But that car shit
Yeah,
is
that gets you.
mind bending to me.
Okay.
It's like,
You got to finish it.
or just at least keep it somewhere in the realm of like okay, I get it. Like you dress like you're in the 60s and you drive a Bronco from the 80s, but it's still a Bronco and it's from the 80s and it's like that's cool. I get it. Like I'm fine with that. But like just an about face
Subaru Impreza, you're like, sir.
I mean, it's
Sir.
it's a no-go.
What you have going on here with these sandals and these linens, you cannot.
Can't jump in that.
Sir, can you complete this, please?
It's weird.
I'm writing you a
It's
ticket.
really weird.
All right. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. I've got Operation Open House. We had 24 perps in the New Jersey area that were taken down. They went to a house in Toms River,
Was this a bait house?
a bait house. They were meeting a beautiful 15-year-old girl.
Oh, I thought this was like real estate people coming to see open houses and robbing them or something. I was like,
whoa,
it's crazy.
whoa.
I was like,
Shit.
I didn't.
No, we got Operation Open House is just what this local police called this. 15-year-old girl, her, quote, parents were away on vacation, so she had the house to herself. So police used Kick, Scout, and Whisper.
Is there horses?
Some 3 different derby horses. So to interact with these adult men, to lure them to this house.
What are their names?
Kick, Scout, and Whisper. They're for the kids. They're social messaging apps the kids use.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I honest to God didn't know that.
So
These are social. These are just like WhatsApps?
yeah, Kick, Scout, Whisper. They're hot.
Are they?
Kids are using them.
Kids are using them for what? Sex?
No, to be kids. So to
But what do kids do?
chat.
Chat
Talk.
about what?
Life.
Sex.
No.
Amongst each other, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Talk
Well,
about
maybe.
sex.
I don't know. I mean,
Wouldn't they be?
recipes. I don't know what kids do.
Kids are swapping recipes
45
on
years old,
Whisper.
dog. Oh man, you're gonna die when I give you this pumpkin pie. So cops go in there. They pose as this 15-year-old girl whose parents are away on vacation, and then they see what happens.
But these are specific apps marketed for kids, teens.
Yeah.
So if there is an adult person on these, they are intentionally there in order to try to interact with young people. It's safe to say.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like WhatsApp, or
No.
that's probably not the right thing because WhatsApp is just
No.
This is a social media
Yeah,
thing for.
these people are on there because there's teenagers on there. So they arrested 24 guys total in a nice little weekend sting. Just a typical To Catch a Predator, except we still have to remember that like all you got to do is set this up, get a bait house in
And they'll be
Toms
there.
River, and there's 24 guys on a weekend. Still 2018. We got a mechanic, a chef, a landscaper, a hotel manager, a train conductor, medical technician, a firefighter, all walks of life. Physical therapist, a security guard, a nurse, a public works employee, and a local police sergeant. Ooh.
Didn't he know that this thing? Didn't
Well,
this guy's
no, I
same
guess
dudes?
Not too local. There's one town over. Ooh, shit! Should have never got the memo on that. The girl told him, I'm only 15. The police told, I'm only 15. He's like, that's totally cool. I'm 19, so it's not that big of a deal. He's 47, so a bold age reduction. I've been fighting to pull off 40. This is a 47-year-old saying he's 19. I guess, what does he do? He gets a lime school. How does he pull in at 19? And he kick flips in and just, hey, I don't know. What does he do?
I guess you don't maybe
19?
think that through. That you're not worried about what happens. I guess.
Once you're in there,
I
a
guess
police
you're-
sergeant. Hey, it's cool. You're 15, I'm 19. It's only 4 years difference. But I know in real life, maybe that wouldn't. But you actually, know that when you say you're 19, you know you're 47. You do know that. I know you said you're 19, and then it would be cool or not. But yes, but who knows? But you're 47, so I guess you roll in,
And then what?
put makeup on, and try to.
Try to fake 19?
or just
No, I think you're just trying to get there.
just trying to get in.
And then you deal with
Ta-da!
But then that's really scary.
That's twice as scary.
Yeah.
And I would say that the police sergeant aspect makes it
Triple.
3 times as scary.
4 times?
5 times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but let's make sure we don't have a TV show on TV that that stops that. Let's make sure that's not on TV. We don't need that. Certainly, this example years later shows us we don't need that show. You know, we don't need that. I need The Rookie with Nathan Fillion. I need another cop show. What I don't need is a TV show that gets perps off the street. What I do need is a show about a man that decides to be a cop after a midlife crisis on ABC. That's what I do need.
I mean, I do think...
They should put To Catch a Predator on PBS. PBS should pick that up after Sesame Street as a public service.
Right after.
Right after. Taxpayer funded because it's helping us as citizens.
Well, I mean, I think there's also the idea that, I think people started saying that the show that they would get them, they would get off the charges, they would have to drop the charges because of entrapment stuff or whatever. But I do think that they all had to register as sex offenders, which to me, I think that's
good.
Probably
that's a start.
Good enough that there's some record of like, hey, this person is.
Before they're an assistant soccer coach 2 towns over.
Yeah, exactly. That
so at least
that
there's
essentially
some safeguard put up.
That in itself is enough, and that maybe there is some sort of way that you could maybe keep that going without it bringing up the red flags that the show used to bring. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it was so long ago.
It was so long ago. The world was so different, but it does seem as though it would be easier to get away with something like that now. But why they didn't think that would be something that you could just keep making forever, because it obviously everybody watched it. Everyone knows about it. To this day, people still talk about it.
Yeah.
He's got memes about him. I mean, it was like, but it lived in such a short period of time. But the legs that I have to stop saying that term. It drives me crazy. But just the fact that it still exists in the zeitgeist shows of what an impact it did have. Well, I mean, why not make that show?
She got 24 in Tom's River last weekend.
I don't know.
Which means we can get 24 in Sacramento this weekend. Why aren't we doing that?
But then there's the guys on YouTube that do it like on their own, like vigilante style, like wearing like Batman masks and shit. And like you're like, well, don't do that because that's weird too.
Well, even when they don't, it's really just you don't get anything out of it because it's just shame.
Yeah.
And then the person gets in their F-150 and they drive off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's it. You know.
Yeah.
So, PBS, I'm talking to you.
PBS, maybe.
Facebook, Apple, YouTube. There are new. We don't care about Hulu, Netflix, Amazon anymore. We're now Facebook, Apple, YouTube. Now, come on. Oh yeah, dude. America Through the Eyes of Two American Americans. This is episode 682 of our comedy podcast. Thank you so much. Come back. We will do for 683. 888-842-2357. 888-842-2357 is our toll-free voicemail. You can call that up, and then Patreon. You can watch what you just heard.
Yeah, our show is filmed here in the apartment as well as recorded. We put those episodes up on Patreon. If you pledge to the show monthly to keep it commercial free and all that stuff, you also get access to the archives, which are the 400 plus episodes that aren't available on iTunes, and also our weekly
totally advertisement free. But man, I never could have got through an episode without fucking my dear friend Guayaki Yerba Mate. Oh, is this Revelberry? I had the Blue Fourier. They're both delicious. Kidding, just an accident. It was sitting here, we were drinking them. Although,
they are very good.
Hey,
I do like them.
Hey, come on.
I also like Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast, you mentioned.
Shaka Blast.
Mountain Dew, that's a good company.
Great company.
Oh, wow, they're doing great things for kids. Nothing like a bunch of kids playing Fortnite and drinking 2 gallons of red fucking soda pop. Good things for America. So we have to be, Jonathan, we have to be ethically sound.
Yes.
So really, I believe, I think that like Guayaki, and someday we'll learn how to pronounce it. Pay me and I'll learn how to pronounce it.
Guayaki
is really, I think they give a lot to the rainforest and shit.
They take a lot from the rainforest too, though.
But they give so much back. Guayaki. They give to the rainforest and shit.
So yeah, go to the Patreon, pledge to the show. $5 a month gets you access
American
to
spirits,
the
though,
archives.
man, too. You ever have an American spirit like in the morning when it's just good?
When it's still good. But yeah, you get all the episodes. You get the filmed episodes, and it also just helps us keep this going and be our livelihood. And we thank you for that. You can also go to the website, buy some merch, T-shirt, hat, stickers, all that stuff. Hopefully,
I'm sorry. I thought somebody said Vegenaise. Just a good product. I thought somebody yelled
somebody
out
whispered it through the
from
screen
on the
door.
street. He said something about Vegenaise.
But come back, tell a friend, keep listening, all those things.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
what's
sure you're
more important.
totally aware of this, but we dipped in. We don't know what's going on with this World Series game. We watched just a minute just to see.
Oh, man.
We gambled on what the score would be when we jumped into it 5 innings in. They managed to
Find a new
when a
place.
player just
Steps out of the box.
steps out of the box and hits the dirt off of his cleats. There's a full-fledged commercial.
It just goes picture in picture, and half the screen becomes
Wow,
a
really?
battery commercial
Yeah.
or a YouTube commercial. Just another place that they've managed to
funny.
push those. And then the commercial breaks are crazy
innings.
long,
Yes.
and it's
very odd.
it's a lot. But yeah, we
Like the second the catcher caught the ball and we knew what the call was, just a commercial rolled in while he was throwing the ball back. And but sometimes if a runner stole and they didn't know, they have to cut back to the game. So you really don't really see the game because it's cutting back and forth so much from. Gotta sell shit though, Jonathan. What are we here for on the planet if we're not to buy shit and sell shit?
I don't know.
What are we here for? I don't know. I don't even know. Energy. There's only fucking Duracell and Energizer. They're literally the only battery companies that exist. Why do you have to? It's like doing a fucking Q-tip commercial. There's no other thing. Q-tips. When my baseball player was a baby, I used Q-tips. I can't see what's happening. I can't see the batter. It's a Q-tip. You know what baseball bats look like? Big Q-tips. Q-tips. This sucks.
It's
weird.
It's a wild world.
Yeah, it's a big, wild world. I have an idea how to make this game a little bit. You didn't think the game was long enough? I have a wicked good idea.
Hold on.
Hold
wait
on
a
now.
second.
Okay, we're going to watch this game that's wicked boring and wicked long, but I have a way to make it wicked boring or longer. Commercials. This game's still on, huh?
It's probably still on, right?
Definitely still on. Definitely.
Come back next week. Welcome home. We'll be rolling more of these out to you. Thank you to everyone who's pledged. Up your pledge, all that stuff. We really appreciate it. Please consider pledging if you haven't. And most importantly, like we said, just tell a friend and keep listening.
Yes, come back for episode 683. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.